Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts.
In this video, I'm looking at Space Ghost issue 6. Okay, so this is the 6th issue of Space Ghost. Again, another cover. Actually, I was quite indecisive what cover to get for this one. There's quite a few covers for issue 6 actually were really, really good, and I decided this one's pretty cool. Seems to be a bit trimmed short. I don't know about that. That's weird. Anyway, so 6 weeks ago, got this guy's doing this research, and it turns out that he's kind of researches kind of he can turn stuff to ash. He's Moltar. He's going to melt lots of things. And then flashback to now, Space Ghost turns up with Jan and Blip, and we get this kind of letter being wrote, and it's like, okay, who's writing this? And it turns out it's Jace. So we get the entire thing going through here where Jace is kind of like going like he can't face doing it anymore. It was all fun at the beginning, um, and then he realised he killed the guy, and it's not funny anymore, all this kind of stuff as well. Which again does kind of track with Jace's thing. Everything in his kind of previous issues, it was just basically fun loving. Everything wasn't serious until until we realised actually what it was. Anyway, the kind of a story of Moltar and Space Ghost continues onwards. Uh, they return back to the HQ and they talk to Jace, and it's like, okay, yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay. He's kind of remember how he was pretending to be Space Ghost and all this kind of stuff as well. And then they get the ship here, and it's got this cryo, cryo, uh, cryogenic beam on it that apparently isn't working. It's got it needs to be fixed. Okay, that's fine. That will be obviously used against Moltar. So okay, right, figure out. But Chase is not grabbing any of it because he's kind of too depressed to kind of do anything about it. Moltar continues to kind of rampage throughout the Galactic Patrol HQ. And Space Ghost goes in there as well and have a bit of a scrap again. And again, this is pretty cool. It's not too bad. Again, artwork's as good as it has been always. Um, Moltar looks like he's winning. There's stuff exploding all over the place. Space Ghost is in trouble. He's got his force field up. And then it turns out that Jace decided to work on the beam anyway, and is now kind of using it to kind of fire onto the stuff. And it's like, okay, that's fine. I got the elemental cannon working. He managed to stop Moltar by freezing him effectively, and that's kind of it. And then kind of like, okay, don't worry, Space Ghost has got him. That's fine. They have a bit of a talk afterwards, and it's like, okay, you do realize, you killed him because you had to kill him because if he didn't die, then either I would die or everyone else would die. So yeah, so again, not a bad issue, except for the fact this probably could have been done like 2, 3 issues after this one. The idea that get this kind of dramatic "I quit" moment at the end of last issue, issue 5, and then by the end of issue 6, he's kind of back in the game. I'd at least dragged it out a little bit. I'd have had a couple of adventures where Jace would have been useful, and it's like, oh no, we can't do anything about it because Jace isn't here. Oh, damn, okay, right, okay, we have to think of another way around it. Okay, and they do some other way around it, and maybe it gets a little bit messier, or they get hurt or whatever happens, or there's extra damage, and then eventually it's like, okay, right, this one we've got Moltar to deal with now. Okay, elemental cannon's not working. Okay, let's just get on with it because obviously Jason's going to, and then Jace kind of stands up and does his thing and kind of helps out. But the idea you kind of get this "I quit" and then literally the next issue he's back on it. I think that's a bit of a waste. Um, I would have definitely gone with uh, a a much longer period where Jace wasn't happy. Just for more impact. What's the point of having a return? Yeah, I quit Spider-Man. I don't know how long the famous "I quit Spider-Man" or Sunspot leaving New Mutants or that kind of thing, or Cyclops leaving X-Men. And then he's back next issue. I don't think that happened. I could be wrong, but I would believe they're at least going to drag out for at least 3, 4 months before he comes back. So, or even in this, if they really, really had to do it in one issue, you could have had flashbacks rather than flashback to Moltar at the end of it. You could have had flashbacks to one page of different bad guys they're fighting all the way through that time, and that could have give us the what kind of going on. So anyway, that's pretty much all I can say about this one for now. Not a bad issue, but could have been better. So there you go. Right. Thanks very much, and hopefully I will see you on another video very soon. Bye bye.